Hey there, I'm BTTLcruizer, and welcome back to more Subnautica. Today, well, we have the... Where'd it go? I misplaced my giant submarine, hold on. There it is. Today, well, we have the Cyclops now, which is great. We're gonna go on some wonderful adventures, go visit that dry land that has been tantalizing us for a couple of episodes now. We also have a radio message that we need to listen to that I ignored pretty much all episode last time, so let's go ahead and listen to it really quick.
This is Lifepod 4. We've landed close to the Aurora. Flotation device is active, but we've got some big old fish in the water with us, and I don't know how long we're gonna last. We're close to the crash site, so bring radiation protection. 4 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Lovely. Alright, so, before I forget, I'm going to make a whole bunch of these a lot easier for me to see. Just because, for rendezvous points. Where's... Okay, well. Right, because we only have an approximate location. Anyway, so yeah, we are going to go on an adventure. We're going to go find out what that rendezvous point is, and, yeah, go from there. See what we find. I can say it's going to be some fun stuff. That was an interesting bit of lag. You are going to notice that I have done some modifications to the subcruiser, so be ready for that.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Obviously, I've done some work. Now I won't take a lot of credit for coming up with this design. The place I saw it was, if you watch Markiplier, which hopefully a lot of people do, this is kind of what he ended up doing when he essentially customized his Cyclops in his playthrough. I kind of took that design, went a little crazy with it, and I'm even starting to fill this area up back here. It just makes sense, because this is, a good cargo space down here. So yeah, hence the reason I'm kind of doing a similar thing down here. Now, up here, I made a few other modifications. We now have a fabricator. We have another communication radio. So if we're away from the life pod, we can still get messages. So check your space Twitter. We also have a bed to sleep in past the night, so we don't have to be out there in the scary, scary dark. We have the Keep Calm Kitty poster because, you have to have that somewhere. It's kind of a tradition at this point. We have coffee, which I should probably brew myself some, because you never know, your character needs caffeine. Although, isn't it decaf? I thought it was decaf. I think it's decaf. We'll see what the flavor text is when I get back. We also have a vending machine. I have a food locker here, which is where we're going to put a lot of food. Italian espresso diluted with tasteless American water. Why is it American water? What's this? Whatever. Anyway, I don't know why it sounds like we're eating something when we drink the coffee, but okay. So aside from that, I have a power storage back here that I just put all of my power in. Obviously, I have a lot of discharged batteries. That's gonna get changed once we have an actual base online. But yeah, we also have, if I go into upgrades here, I took the Cyclops engine efficiency module from the Aurora and plugged it in here because that is going to be really useful. Anyway, let's get this started, shall we? Go ahead and run to the front of the ship. Now, I could bring the Seamoth along, and believe me, I am tempted to, but for the time being, I suspect power is going to be kind of an issue until we have recharging capability. So, let me go and access one of my cameras so I don't run us into anything. Oh good, we can just back up. Oh, the sound design is so cool in this game, just saying. Alright, let's start. Let's go ahead and start turning this boat around. For the most part, unless we come across something really big and nasty, this vehicle is going to be more or less invincible. For lack of a better term. Sorry, you may have heard Space Cat again. Our little vicious bundle of fur and viciousness. Go away! Anyway. So yes, another encounter with Space Cat. Once again, It's great. Anyway, but yes, this is probably one of my favorite things about survival adventure games, when you get something big and cool like this submarine. I really, really appreciate the Cyclops. It is a really cool ship. And also, by the way, I think the reefbacks actually respond to that. I'm not going to hit it again because I don't want... I mean, as soon as we get out into deep water, I'm going to kind of be a little leery about attracting attention. Okay, what was that music change? What was that music change? Come on, game. Don't do that to me. Ugh. Alright. So yeah, now we're in the open water, and I know it's kind of not a lot to look at. But if we go deeper, which I'm going to go ahead and let us do for a minute. There we go. It's kind of barren out here. As you'll probably remember if you watch one of the other episodes, the datapad was saying something about it just being barren and kind of lifeless out here. I'm going to slow us down because I think we're making a lot of noise. And something I remember from later in my other playthrough of this game is that a lot of noise is not your friend when you're in this machine. Ooh, I think we're almost there. Look at this, look at this. I think we found an island. Now the really strange thing, and I'm gonna just take us underneath the island for a second here. See those big glowing things underneath the island? That's essentially, I think, a larger version of a small organism that we've seen mostly in passing as we've been floating through here. They're little kind of amoeba-like things that attach themselves to rocks and make the rocks float. And essentially, these are just gigantic versions of those. All right, we have found an island.
Powering down.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off so that we don't waste any more power than we absolutely need to.
Picking up multiple energy signatures on the island's surface.
That's great. That's always great. Now, part of the reason I waited until we had this vehicle to come here is because there's a lot of good stuff on this island that I'm going to want to just directly install on this ship. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Because, I mean, obviously there are plants here, but something I found out about the plants in one of my earlier playthroughs was that they're really good for eating. So something we're going to do is end up essentially scanning a whole ton of them, because that's, you know, kind of what I do. Oh, I love that ship. Okay. The Ming plant, similar to a Ming vase, I'm sure. Yeah, we're essentially here to find out if there is anything worth eating out here. And we're also going to take a few samples, because you never know. You might want to grow some of these things, make your future base and ship look pretty. Wacha! Alright, obviously this is going to take up a lot of stuff. Grub basket. Holds a bunch of stuff. Yep. Let's take a sample of this. And this is just because I'm retconning the fact that my character's probably got a little bit of curiosity about the world that he's found himself in. Ooh, Bulbo tree. If I remember correctly, these are good for eating. Assessment. Edible high water content. Don't mind if I do. Yum. Yum. Alright. And I'm going to keep one to plant later, because you'll probably figure out pretty quickly, but one of the things you can find here is a planting bed, and that's one of the things I'm going to be looking for. I just don't know where I'm going to find it. Voxel shrub. Interesting. Interesting. Let's take a sample of that. Cha. Do I have a rattler? Leafy plant, grows exclusively on land. Yes, I've got one of those things. What? Wow. They drop a lot of seeds. I don't need that many. Wow, they drop a lot of seeds. Alright. Let's keep looking. Now, if I wanted to set up a base here, I'd probably park the sub in that lagoon just because it's a nice spot. It's protected. Jaffa Cup. Common land fungus, found in clusters, grows quickly, size is limited only by available nutrients in space. Let's take a sample of that too. Now, a lot of this stuff isn't edible, it's a lot of cosmetic bits and pieces, but you never know. I might end up making a garden somewhere at some point. Alright, so I need to make it to the top of some of these hills around here. Whoa. Obviously, this game was not designed with a lot of running around on solid surfaces in mind, so the one thing that I have always noticed about Subnautica is that the running is a little funny. You get stuck on things really pretty easy. That's comforting. Alright. We're gonna go down there later, because there are things down there that we want. Is it getting dark? I think it's getting dark. Alright. But first, let's go see what this thing is. Ooh. Hello. Are you what I... Yes, you are exactly what I think you are. Stasis rifle.
New blueprint acquired.
Just saying, that thing's gonna come in handy. Bulkhead, that's gonna be useful for building bases deep down underground. Especially because I think something I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna set up some waypoint bases later on in the game. That are gonna be deeper underwater. They're gonna be useful as charging stations, food locations, places to get water, that sort of thing. Let's shed some light on the situation. Alright, now here's the real thing I was looking for. The indoor grow bed. Now this is going to be useful, mostly because I can plant the fruit of this lantern tree. Edible in an emergency. Why is it in an emergency? These are actually really good. See? Yum! Yum! I'm just going to take one more. I'm going to also scan the observatory, because this is another really cool thing that you could potentially put into a world, or put into a base. Because it allows you to see the cool stuff that's all over the place.
New blueprint acquired.
Is that... Ooh, data pad. Log number 3. We're going to kind of listen to these out of order.
Data.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
So, we are beginning to learn what happened to the last ship that arrived on this planet. And, obviously, it didn't go so well for them. Because, by the sound of it, he was the last survivor of that crew. He lost lost a couple of other people recently because they went deep underground. Oh, there's the aurora in the distance, just burning. I find it funny how you can see the sea moth's lights from here. That's kind of funny, kind of goofy. You know, it's so dark. It's not so dark for anyone for the recording, because I can look over at my other screen and it looks pretty nice actually, but for me on my main monitor, wow, I can't see shit. So I'm gonna run back. I'm gonna use that bed for its intended purpose, but I think even before I do that, we've got a grow bed to build. So let's make an improvement.
All systems
Actually, hang on. What do I need for that grow bed? Ooh, observatory. Enamel glass, which means, okay. Let's climb down here. I need 4 titanium. Boink. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? What? I ran out of space. Okay, fine. Alrighty. Let's build us a couple of grow beds. It's always hard finding that sweet spot where the thing will build. Okay, there we go. Come on. Right there. Now, I know it's kind of in the middle of things, but at the same time, let's get that planted. Let's get... Let's get one of those planted too. I'll probably wait till they produce something. Alright. Wait, I know it's a little crazy having 2 of these in here, but at the same time, it's, I like having some green on my ship. Let's just say that. Alright. Finish that up. Let the character get some shut-eye. After depositing all of our various other things. There we go. Alright. Good night, world. Ugh. There we go. Now we can go explore the island without having to worry about not seeing anything. Look at that. These grow actually kind of frighteningly fast. Alright. Whee! Alright. No messing around this time. We are running the entire way until we find the other thing. I think middle base or the other peak. I kind of want to go middle base if I can find it. Come on, sense of direction, don't fail me now. Come to think of it, if you're... I think this would be something that your character would be really happy to be able to do finally, to be able to just run around on land for once. I don't know about you, but if I were stranded on an alien world where it was nothing but swimming all the time, I'd really want to just be on my own 2 feet every once in a while. Just walking around. More rattlers. This doesn't look good. Alright. More grow beds. This time for the outside. Stasis rifle fragment. Well, I will take the titanium. Ooh, Chinese potatoes. I will take 1 or 2 of those. Scan it, because I know it's good for stuff. Edible, staple of new colonies galaxy-wide. Marble melons are much the same. Edible high water content. So we're going to take a little bit of all of these. How am I doing on space? Okay, I'm doing okay. The thing I found about the marble melon is that if you want to get seeds from it, you have to slice it. And if you want to eat it, you pick it up. Just have 1 more. There we go. I'm doing pretty good. Alright. Stasis rifle again. Let's take the titanium. Alright. And we can't see it on this side, but there's a wall planter in there.
New blueprint acquired.
Now, to be honest, the wall planter... Ooh. Hello. I'm kind of glad you're, glitched. That'll be nice. Agile territorial carrion feeder. Gee, I've met these guys before. I know all of that. Avoid or incapacitate. Well, kind of incapacitated as it is. Now, here's the other thing I'm here for. The multi-purpose room. Because this is the backbone of any base you ever build in Subnautica. Because you can use the little prefabs. The things you can get normally. But having the having the multi-purpose room means you've got a lot of space that you can actually work with. Now, it's expensive. It costs a lot of titanium, but, you know, it's nothing like these other things where you need titanium ingots or lubricant and stuff like that. So this is essentially what allows you to do everything else. And these are the indoor growing walls, just so you know. Purple tablet, let's scan that. I think that'll be useful at some point. I don't know what tells me that. Carbon-based device is lighter than it looks and features a symbol which represents a U. Da-da-da. So, suffice to say, we can probably make more of these. But isn't that cool looking? Now, I really wonder where the character just puts that. Do we have a backpack or something?
Integrating new PDA data.
Integrating new PDA data. Let's listen to this, shall we?
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
So, Marguerite, Paul, and Bart. Those are the three who didn't make it. And, you know, something about that dialogue, it's... anyone who knows writing should be able to instantly recognize, oh, hey, they're setting up characterization there. And it's really kind of cool. It's, you get an idea who these characters are, and Bart, obviously...
Acquired.
That'll be useful. Bart is obviously the, oh, hi. Just stay there and don't mess with me. He's kind of, you know, the person who's still interested in the world. He's not as worried about making money as everybody else. His father, Paul, is obviously the captain of that ship. We're gonna listen to that in a second.
PDA data.
And then, of course, there's Marguerite, who is a bit of an adventurer. She goes around and she just does what she does, and you know, it's a really... they're all recognizable characters in a lot of ways, just because you can see them in adventure stories throughout gaming, throughout literature. They're kind of stock characters, and they're useful for that reason. Let's go ahead and listen to this one really quick while we walk back.
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief,
What?
do you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like, let him go deal with the plants.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bart, Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. And no staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
So obviously that's kind of what ended up happening. If you were looking closely at that base, you'll notice that part of it was covered in rocks and buried underneath dirt. So obviously that ended up happening and they had to abandon the base. And if we think about the last log that we saw, the one where the sun is talking about having gone too deep, they went into the ocean to continue their survival. And something ended up happening. Now, whether or not that something happens to us again, or to us as well, is another story we will see. But yeah, you're getting some hints as to what our possible future is. Okay, anything interesting here? There should be. Hello? Alright, I've already scanned those, apparently. Let's listen to this log.
Integrating new PDA data.
All right, and we're gonna listen to this on the way back.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators. Fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship, and your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
So yeah, it sounds like Dad was kind of trying to control everything a little too much, and Marguerite kind of thinking along the terms of our character was probably being a little bit more pragmatic. Well, we got to go into the ocean at some point. There's a lot of stuff there that could be useful to us, and who knows? Maybe we can find our way out by going into the ocean. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic going between them, because there's definitely a lot of power struggle. A big power struggle going on between these characters. Alright, so this island is essentially taken care of for us.
Welcome aboard.
Let's go ahead and do a little bit of inventory management with the plants. Look at that, they're practically grown. Let's go ahead and plant a Chinese potato, and let's do a couple of marble melons as well. And I will put that pink cap in here because why not? Yum, 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 yum. I probably shouldn't have eaten that. Anyway, let's go ahead and return. Fun fact, I can turn off the internal lighting and turn floodlights on. There we go. Start up the engine.
Powering up.
Oh, that's so loud. All right, backing us out.
Ahead standard.
Ahead standard. Ooh. Okay, I wasn't expecting to turn that way. Before we go too much farther, I'm gonna turn off that beacon because I don't think we're gonna need it again. Aurora rendezvous points. Okay. Let's go ahead and head back to the life pod and get ready to do some construction, because we've got the materials to build a half decent base, and it's entirely possible that I will either skip through that or I will do it off camera so that everyone doesn't have to deal with my constant building, rebuilding, taking things apart, going and finding stuff to continue building. You know, it gets a little crazy after a while, because as you've seen with the Cyclops here, I go a little nuts. You know, I'm gonna try something. Let's turn off the floodlights too. Now I know it's incredibly dark, but I'm gonna try and see if we can see some of the bioluminescence that they left in the game. Oh shoot, I can't see anything. Oh look, bioluminescence, there we go. It's just, there's a lot of good atmosphere in this game. Oh, more bioluminescence. Now this is eventually going to be a problem when we get to the shallows, because you kind of need to be able to see when you're in the shallows. There we go. Yeah, this is a lot darker on my screen than it is on yours. I'm sorry about it. So I just understand if I can't see where I'm going and I'm about to crash into something, it's because I legit can't see. Oh, we're getting shallow. All right. That's another cool little bit of game design. The fact that they, that's creepy music. Anyway, the fact that you can tell if you're in the shallows just by the plant life that's around here. That being said, let's turn on those floodlights, because it's going to be useful to be able to see where on Earth we're going. This isn't Earth, what am I saying? Where on planet Deadly Water World we're going. There we go. How do I do that? Oh, we're doing fine. But what the hell was that? That's concerning. All right. So let's do a little bit of planning here. We're gonna need foundations. Multi-purpose room. You know, a lot of this is going to be really helpful. We're going to have a lot more luck building this if we have... Let's get out of there. If we have the prawn suit. Now, the prawn suit's going to be kind of weird to get put together because we need so much stuff. Let's see. Trying to think. I know a couple places where we can find some of the stuff. We're gonna need, I think, rubies if we're gonna make the aerogel. Advanced materials, aerogel. We're gonna need gel sacks and rubies. I think I've got exactly as many gel sacks as we need. Now the question is, do we take the big sub? We take the big sub. All right. Now, if memory serves, the place I found the rubies was over in the beginning of the deep area, this direction, more or less south. Now, whether or not we find it, whether or not we, get ourselves killed finding it, who knows? But this is probably a part where I'm going to do a lot of skipping around. So, give me a minute. Alright, this is about where we need to be. It should be mentioned, this thing handles kind of like a drunken whale. What was that sound?
I hit slow.
Alright, we're gonna jump out and see what we can find really quick.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Now this is another biome that we haven't really seen that much yet. With these weird spheres of, I think they're plants of some kind? Quartz, that'll be useful. And we're just gonna loot fest this. Because we're gonna need pretty much anything we can find. Now I'm fairly... Ooh, lovely.
Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Ooh. We need this. If we're gonna use the prawn suit for mining, we're gonna need this. Just need one more. Now, where there's cargo, wreckage should be near. Aha. All right. Okay, I think that's scanner room. We're gonna need to head back to the. Yeah, we need to head back.
30 seconds.
Working on it. Now, the reality is that 30 seconds really isn't 30 seconds down here, this deep. Oh, there's one of those evil sharks.
Oxygen.
Get in. All right. Good thing I left this thing running. All right, let's get that. Ooh. All right, so because we're moving slower, that shark is a lot less interested in us, because a lot of the predators are much more interested in sound than they are in sight, for whatever reason. Now, those sharks will go ahead and attack me anyway, no matter what, if they see me outside of the ship. But they are, I think they're some of the first things that can actually do some damage to the Cyclops. They don't do a lot, but if they get close enough and a whole bunch of them are there, they can start piling on a lot of hits.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Thank you. And we don't want to find out what it's like to, ooh, there we go, drill arm. That's gonna be useful. And we don't want to find out why there are fire extinguishers all over the Cyclops. That's not fun. Ooh, another depth module. That's gonna be useful. Unfortunately, this is not helping me with my current problem, which is finding... Ooh, interesting plants. Hello. The membrane tree. Might take a sample just because these are really kind of cool. Acha! Alright. Well, I am seeing no rubies yet. They grow on the sides of the walls in some of these areas. It's just, I don't think, for whatever reason, I don't think they're in this spot. Alright, let's just toss a sample into one of these lockers. Alright, let's look around one more time, see if I can find it.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Thank you, Suit Siri. I know. I am well aware. At least this is a good place to find sandstone. Sandstone outcroppings. Ooh! Ooh! No! No, 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 no. No, 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 I don't like you. Warpers. No, no, nah, no, no. No, Warper, you may not. I am not interested in what you're selling. No. Me, no interested. Thank you. This might be a good place for me to get my secondary tank.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems
Actually,
online.
don't I have a rebreather that I can build at some point? Ooh, purple tablet with ion cubes and diamonds. Rebreather, wiring kit, and fiber mesh. I might have to invest in that. Alright, I don't think this is where we're going to find rubies. So let's go ahead and back out of here. Hopefully not get that creepy teleporter demon thing mad at us again, because that's not fun. Every time that guy gets mad at me, it ends it poorly, as you saw. Ooh, 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 what's this? Is this just discoloration? It's just discoloration. Give me rubies! Ooh, what's that? I think that's a ruby. Which is great, because I think I already have one. And it's just, you know, the land of the evil shark things, that's all. The land of the evil shark things that want to eat my face. It's fine! It's fine. Why would I ever be worried about those shark things? Hello, Reefbacks. I hear you too. Nice knowing ya. Okay. I know I only need one more ruby, but I know at some point I'm probably gonna want more. Please. Give me more rubies. More rubies, I say. Why did I find just one? Okay, well. I guess they are a lot more rare than I had previously thought. Alright. Oh, hang on. These are all Cyclops upgrades. You know, I may need to actually build a base if I'm going to build the upgrades for the prawn suits. Alright. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here. And we are going to come back once I have once I essentially have a base put together. I'm going to give you a tour of it, show you what's been done. And I'm also going to have the prawn suit ready to go, and we're going to do some mining really quick, just to show you how that works. And in theory, okay, they're not being aggressive yet. In theory, once we've got all of that taken care of, we should be able to... Yikes, there are a lot of these. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here by all the scary evil things that want to eat me. Well, they're not necessarily evil, but they look nasty. Anyway. So yeah, I'm going to come back once I've got a base up and running and give you a tour of that, and we'll go from there. And hopefully by then we will have another audio log to listen to, because there haven't been a couple. There haven't been for a couple of cycles here. Anyway, take Thanks again for watching, everybody. This is Cruiser, signing off for now. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you have any tips on how to put things together in Subnautica, feel free to leave them, because I am always interested in building stuff better. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. This is Cruiser, signing off for now. We have a message. Later!